Let me do that again. Wait, didn't it make a noise like that in the movie? I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Horblue, and I'm about to fall over. Woohoo! With joy, because Dune is out, and I only got through the first 10 minutes-ish. No, I got a little bit further into the first 10 minutes. And I have to say, you need to subscribe. Yep, you need to wait, okay, first, okay, no, back up. Okay, so how do the YouTubers, the ones that are not as professional as I am, how do they start? Oh, they start, okay, this is how they start. They say, this video is sponsored by, or no, that's not it. It's find out, stay to the end of the video to find out how you can spend 15% of your day on me, or something like that. This is like, you know, I'm not one of them because I'm not a shill for sponsorships and stuff, because I don't have enough subscribers anyways. But I'm horrible, I know, and I'm horrible, I know, and I swear I'm not broken, but I'm horrible, I know. Welcome back to my channel. Please, if you want to hit that like button or the subscribe button, go ahead and join on this wild, fun ride. Today, we're going to be talking about Dune. So, not the book. I don't know if I will ever in my lifetime be able to make it through that book, because it's a very long book. Probably I will try at some point, but I need I need probably more sleep, more time, which I'm a parent, so that's not happening. I've accepted that those things are just gone out that thing in the wall that you can look out. You can sometimes open whatever it's called. They're out there. They're through that looking glass. And this movie has a bad opening, has a bad start. And I just felt I needed to talk about it. I kind of thought from watching the trailer that it's probably not going to be that great of a movie, because they just decided, hey, we'll just throw a bunch of superheroes into it, and that's going to make it good. And I'm realizing now I don't have my microphone on me. Where the heck? My microphone got stolen. This is super professional of me. I'm back now. Woohoo! See? Super professional over here. This was fun. I'm horrible, I know. And I don't really like, we're having fun here, boys. We're having fun here, girls. Have fun. That's my YouTube slogan. Just have fun. Just Nike fun. What? I don't know. That was not you want to sponsor me, Nike, then, you know, please go buy the okay, don't go buy the Nikes yet, because they're not sponsoring me, but let me sell Nike on how I can do the sponsorships. Basically, go buy Nikes. It's sold. All of your stores are gonna be burned to the ground, because so many people are gonna be in them, and so many people are gonna be fighting over your shoes, and they're gonna get there, and there's not gonna be any more shoes, because so many people fought over the shoes, and then so your stores are burned to the ground. See this? That's all. That's all it takes. That's what you want. You want the stores to just be gone. You know, so you sell so many shoes, you just never have to sell shoes again. Come on, Nike, sponsor me. I got the big brains. I am, you know. Oh, hold on. Let me do the voice. Sponsor me, Nike. I'm horrible, I know. So yeah, this movie is crazy. And that it starts in the most typical, generic way possible, with three of the big bad ways to start a movie. Absolutely. All three are here. He's got all three. So there's probably others, but there's three big bad ones that I'm always constantly seeing and being like, oh, this movie's probably not going to be very good. Or it's kind of potentially a sign that there's going to be some other issues. And so the first one we're going to talk about is voiceover. Yay! Now, voiceover isn't always bad. Voiceover sometimes is like, it's a stylistic choice that you should only make knowing that it's a stylistic choice, that the purpose of it is to establish that this is kind of like an autobiography, that this is that there's a specific character who is an unreliable narrator and is trying to control how they're seen and trying to twist the narration away from the truth. Like that's a perfect use of voiceover if it's done properly. Of course, if the movie turns out to be done well or made in a way that you're conscious of the decisions that you're making. Voiceover also can just be so back up. So like a primary example I think would be like Deadpool when it comes to voiceover. I think there's voiceover in Deadpool where he's trying to explain about this and that or whatever. But it's like, it makes sense because he's breaking the fourth wall, and then he's also trying to control how he's seen in the movie, and then trying to be funny and all this hijinky type of stuff. So it makes sense for the aesthetic of the movie, of that particular movie. But you should never use voiceover to establish like the story or the plot or explain things or have to hold people by the hand. It should be done visually. Most people understand, I think, that everything should be visual. This movie does not understand that. It's, for some reason, needed Zendaya to come in and explain things, and I'm confused about why. Denis, is that how you say his first name? Denis? I think it's Denis. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways, I'm horrible, I know. And you should subscribe to all of this. This is fun. Get in this Dune, this spice Dune that we're exploring here. We'll all get in, and then whoever else comes by, we'll sneak attack them, and we'll take their guns. What do they do? I don't know. This bit, if you can call it that, left like the Rocket Raccoons, or what was their name? Rocks. I don't know. Anyways, so like she's explaining the movie away, and it's totally unnecessary because later on, so I think later on we get explained a second time of what like is happening on Iraqis, right? We get explained. Paul learns because he's having these dreams about the Iraqis and the Fremen, right? And I imagine, and I'm only talking about like the first 10 minutes of the film. I imagine later on we will get explained about the Fremens, from the actual Fremens. Zendaya Fremen will explain things. And again, so I'm pretty sure this movie's got to have like the explanation about Iraqis and the war and all that stuff happening like 3 times when it only needs to happen once. If you're struggling with them explaining once, you have a problem. Why are you watching this movie? Why are you watching any movies? It shouldn't be that hard to figure out what's going on, especially if you look at the opening and the visuals. Everything is said and expressed in the visuals. There's no voiceover necessary. And the only thing that I was thinking initially was like, oh, the only thing you can't exactly explain is the spice, because it just looks like sand. But it's actually spice. That's why she's got the blue eyes. That's explained to Paul when he's learning a couple scenes later about them, or when he wakes up, right? I'm trying to remember if it happens before or after breakfast. I think it's after breakfast with his mom, where the one thing that's actually, I think, the coolest thing about the movie is that he has this voice thing that he can control people with. So that's interesting. And that would be like sort of a good moment to start the film on, rather than where we start the film. We also, so we have the voiceover, but then it's revealed it's a dream sequence. So it's confusing. As a dream sequence, is she like talking to Paul, the main character? Timothee Chalamet? Not Chalamet, Chalamet? What's his name? Tiffany Chalamet. Is she explaining to Tiffany Chalamet that, hey Tiffany, yo, Tiff. I'm horrible, I know. Paul, John, whatever apostle name he has. I'm horrible, I know. This is what's going on my homeworld. Are you going to be the next oppressors of us? Is that what you can do, Paul? You're going to do that to us? Don't do that to us. Don't come to Iraqis. Tell your dad no. No, don't come here. Don't. We're good. We will take care of the spice on our own. You don't need it. But they do, because they need it for interstellar travel. And so we have a dream sequence, which that's how a lot of films start out, is with a dream sequence. BVS started out with both of these, voiceover and a dream sequence, and that movie was not very good, and I don't care who you think. It's a bad movie. You can still enjoy it. I don't mind if you enjoy it, but you also have to accept that it is a bad movie and has a lot of questionable aspects to it, and there's some plot holes and some plot issues, plot contrivances, and some areas where some people just don't like it because it's just not likable. It's just not. Like, there is probably a version of BVS that could be a good version of it. Like, even with the Martha scene. Like, I think there could be a good version of BVS, even with that in it. I just am not sure how you execute that moment or the whole film. The way it's actually set out. So, yeah, this movie starts out with the dream sequence, starts out with the voiceover, and then, of course, the main character has to wake up, which also happens in BVS. But that happens in a lot of movies where the beginning of the film is the main character wakes up. Or I'm assuming, because we have, we don't really have like, I mean, we get to see her eyes, Zendaya's eyes, but we don't really have a moment, I feel, that is truly setting her up as the main character. She's going to be a major character. I don't feel like the voiceover doesn't feel like, oh, I am the main character. It feels very much like, oh, we have to, this is exposition time. And also, we need Zendaya to do it. If we get Zendaya to do it, then people will be like, oh, they got Zendaya. Oh my gosh, that's Spider-Man's girlfriend. Oh my gosh, like, oh, whoa. Everybody's gonna be like, Zendaya's in Dune, woohoo, yay! And then she'll have this voiceover, so it's like she's a major character, but we're probably going to relegate her to the, being like the girlfriend again. She's not going to be the main character. So where's the white boy at? Am I right? Hey, where's the white boys at? Where's the white men at? Blazing Saddles. I'm horrible, I know. So, yeah, we have those three things happen in this movie. That is how a lot of movies, especially bad ones, start out. And some good ones start out that way, and they get better. Number one, a voiceover isn't inherently bad. It can be used in a stylistic purpose. Number two, a dream sequence isn't inherently bad, but it doesn't... There needs to be a reason why you're using a dream sequence at the beginning of the film. A lot of films do this simply to... I don't know exactly what it is. To set up some type of conflict that's happening in their dreams. Like, you could set it up at any moment in the film and have a dream sequence. Like, and that, like, a lot of, like, hacky screenwriters, I think, use it because it seems like such a profound, like, way to tell a story. But they've also seen it in movies that they like or that they think that they liked and whatnot. So it's in the back of their minds. And a lot of people that are just starting out writing do the same things. Like, a lot of people that start out writing write pretty much the same. Very few people will start out in like a weird ball, like off, like, I think, in a off, like slightly off position. Like, we'll go in a different direction because, very few people are going to be writing and thinking or writing in a way that they're like individual. Like, they're probably going to be writing in a way that they know, taking stories that they know and trying to make their particular characters based in those pre-existing stories. That tends to happen a lot, and that's why these tropes or these typical story choices get utilized too much, used up, way too used up. I'm broken. I'm horrible, I know. And I'm trying to get back on track. This is just so much. So, yeah. So, like, this needs, like... I'm not opposed to, like, the dream sequence, but they're having a mental link or something. Is the voiceover being, like, is she telling him about what's happening on Iraqis? Did I say this already? I don't know. Like, if they're setting up, it's very unclear about whether or not they're, like, setting up Paul and Zendaya Fremen to have, like, a mental link with each other. Like, I don't know. It's not done very well. Like, if that's the case, I kind of feel like it's not being done very well. Because it can just happen visually. or she could say something. There's just like, you can have all of it happen visually. You already have the explanation of the spice planet and all that stuff, like, and then I'm forgetting, like, oh, her lines, like, why did the emperor choose this path, and who will our next oppressors be? Like, just felt weird, like, as something that they would express, as something that she would express, like, why would they choose this path, and who will our next oppressors be? Like, it's bizarre, because it's like, on one hand, I don't know what's going on. On another hand, I totally know what's gonna happen, though. Like, it's like, what? Why did this happen? Oh, because what? It's like, it's almost like it answers its own question. Like, what is their, like, why are they taking them away? I get that question, but then it's like, oh, this is definitely not the end, or whatever. It's like, I don't know, it's poorly written. I just don't think it's good writing, or good way to, like, express whatever it's trying to express, because I'm so baffled. I don't know. And then here's a small moment. I feel like, so, Oscar Isaac's character says, "Smile, Gurney," as we're having this ceremonial formality thing where they're being, told that they have to go be the Iraqis' oppressors, or the oppressors of the Fremen. They're not going to be freemen anymore. And so he says, "Smile, Gurney," and then Josh Brolin's character says, "I am smiling," or whatever. And it's just like, it's such a typical, like, way to write his response. Like, this is the only smile you're getting out of me, would be like, there's so many ways you could say, I'll smile when I can rest and take a giant poop later tonight. Something like that would be so much better than just, I am smiling. Like, they're trying to be funny without really thinking about how to say something funny. I mean, and they're trying to have this cute character moment, this meet cute. There's some tension there. Ooh, just kidding. Between the king and his royal vizier, or whatever he is. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think that's it. It's just, oh, I know the last thing that I wanted to say. I was like, the visuals are not bad. I think everything is sort of being expressed visually. They're doing too much, like, hand-holding, trying to pull people along in the first 10 minutes. And so, like, to fix it, simple fixes. Remove the voiceover. I think, don't have him, like, just wake up. He needs to do something besides just waking up that reveals his character, because he just seems like a depressed boy. There's nothing, like, revealed through anything that happens. It's just, like, I don't know. I get that he's dreaming. I get that you need him to wake up because he's having these dreams or whatever, and then he lies to his mom about dreaming. Blah, blah, blah. It's so typical. I honestly think that it needs to be completely redone in order for this to be a good movie. But I'm gonna watch it at some point. So no spoilers, please. No spoil. You say that, and then you get all the spoilers. All the jerks come out, spoil everything. Tis the Han Solo is dead perpetual season. from Mrs. Claus over here. I am horrible again, so subscribe. This video was sponsored by me, for you to sponsor, and to have fun. That's all I want to say for now. Enjoy your enjoy your life. Enjoy your spice. There you go. But don't do drugs. Do the spices. Spices are the best drugs. Put them in your food, and you will live a long time, like the movie says. It's so true, actually. It's kind of true, because like a lot of spices are actually really good for you. So it's kind of a good thing to say. It's not going to turn your eyes blue. I'm sorry. You can't have these eyes. And, well, you can if you subscribe. You'll get to see them anytime that you want. So subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Look at these eyes. Hey. Sorry, I was looking at my own eyes for a second.